Hi, everybody. Thanks for giving me a few minutes of your time tonight. It's awful nice of you. Very lucky to be here. I mean that sincerely. My name is Chris Gethard, and tell you about me. Here's something. I was bullied a little bit growing up. Is anyone shocked by that? Is anyone looking at me right now like, you got picked on? Bullshit, man. Like, no way. You look like a grown-up version of the kid from Jerry Maguire, and your last name spells out the words get hard. You got picked on? Weird. That's weird that happened. No, it's very, everybody can tell that's true. It's fine. Somebody had to get bullied. It was me. That's okay. I remember when I was leaving junior high school and I was entering high school, I remember thinking to myself, man, new school, this means new beginning. I get to change things. I'm gonna draw some lines in the sand. Those days are done. No more bullying. Turns out, that decision was not up to me. That was not my choice to make. I remember my second day, freshman year of high school, my second day of high school ever. I walk into the gym locker room, and there's all these guys sitting on the benches, you know? I walk in, they see me. This one guy, he stands up, he goes, ah. And all the other guys are like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I don't know what this is, but I don't think it's good. Now, this main guy, he walks up to me. He and I have never spoken before. We've never interacted in any way. He walks right up to me. He locks eyes with me. He does not say a word. And then he just cocks back and backhands me right across my face. He backhands me. And I will never forget, he hit me, and then he looks at me, and he goes, what are you gonna do about it? Which is important, because that was his actual tone. He wasn't a tough guy about it. He wasn't like, what are you gonna do about it? He was like, what are you gonna do about it? Like, if I had an answer, he was willing to listen. If I was like, I really need to brainstorm that one, he'd be like, take your time, man. Like, whatever you need, you let me know. I'm here for you, you know? But of course he knows I'm gonna do nothing. That's why he's asking. That's the whole joke. I'm gonna do nothing. He's big, I'm small. I'm gonna do nothing. He's got these guys with him, I got nobody. I'm gonna do nothing. Ha, 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 right? But I remember, I tell you, that was the day that the chip on my shoulder was born. I remember it so well. 13 years old, little guy. I remember thinking to myself, in my head, I'm like, you're right. I'm gonna do nothing for now, you piece of shit. But I promise you, down the line, I'm gonna do everything, motherfucker. Just everything I can set my mind to, I'm going at it so hard. Everything you and your goons think I cannot accomplish, that's what I'm going for hardest of all. And I've always been a relentless worker because of that. And I will tell you, it has not been easy. I've spent 18 years banging my head against the wall trying to live as a comedian. But I have set some big goals for myself. I have accomplished pretty much all of them. I have done everything that I set out to do, and I am proud of that. And you know what he's doing right now is nothing, mostly because he had an aunt in Ireland. She died, left him all the family's land. He flipped it. He's a fucking millionaire now. My high school bully is a millionaire many times over. This is very true and very infuriating to me. I have driven past his mansion in a quiet rage. It is an impressive piece of property, I promise. He owns horses. He owns a bunch of horses. Do you know how expensive horses are? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've been doing all right in my career the past few years. I'm at the point where I could own a horse, maybe, but even if I could afford it, it would hate its life so much. Living with me in a one-bedroom apartment in Queens, New York, it would be so pissed off about it. And I know, you guys were so nice. You were so nice. You were like cheering and clapping when you thought this joke was gonna end positive. I know, I pulled the rug out from under you on that one. That is my bad. I am so sorry about that. But turns out that life's not a fairy tale. Bullies win all the time. You know what he definitely didn't do today? Is wake up at the crack of dawn so he could take a public city bus to LaGuardia Airport, so he could wait for a long time on a security line, so he can then sit for a long time at a terminal, so he could fly all the way to a different country, so he could wait for a long time on a customs line, so he could eventually show up here after walking around all day in the humidity, so he could get on stage, grab a microphone, and complain about me. He had better things to do with his time and his money. I tell you, I told that joke in New York at a club, very intimate club, low ceilings, everybody on top of everybody. I was heckled. I told the bullying joke, and then I was heckled. I was heckled by someone in the front row, someone about as far away as you are, man. I was heckled. Usually the hecklers, they stay in the back, in the shadows, you know? I will never forget what she yelled that night. I told that bullying joke, and then the woman in the front row yelled, "Hey, take it easy on yourself." That's how I get heckled. That is how you heckle a Chris Gethard performance right there. Some comedians, the crowd gets too drunk, they're like, "Fuck you, you're not funny." With me, they're like, "Fuck you, learn to love yourself." What is going on? We're at a comedy festival trying to... Stop talking about how you got hit in the 90s. Move on. Anyway, on that happy note, you guys have been so kind. Thanks for putting up with me. Have a great night.